Peace, family. What's up? I'm here. I am here. I am here. Come on in the house, family. We have a full pack show today. Yes. Come on in, family, as you are coming in. I need you to drop some stars as you're coming in, family. Go ahead and drop some stars as you're coming in. As I always say, this may be Karen's world, but you family, you are the stars of the show. So come through, family, come through. We have some amazing topics tonight. We are going to be talking about leaving loved ones behind, Black expats leaving loved ones behind, feeling guilty. We may talk a little bit about some little politics. Oh, I'm not going to get too deep. Whatever, and then we're going to have an open stage, whatever you want to share, family. If you want to come on, if you want to share, say hello, talk about your experience, don't hesitate. I'm going to drop the link. Let me get this link drop in the chat for you, family, because you are also invited to come on stage and to share whatever you want to share. All right, y'all. So y'all know it is positive vibes only. It is positive vibes only. So let me see who we got in the chat. Wait, hold on, y'all, because we got some special guests. We got a special guest that's coming, and I'm so excited. But y'all, I got to drop the link. I didn't drop the link for our special guest, y'all. Hold on. Y'all know I'm new to this. Y'all know I'm new to this. Actually, we may have a few special guests tonight. So I am so excited. All right, Inky Lion, I see you, brother. Welcome. Oh, Patricia Matthews is in the house. Greetings, Brooklyn, New York. What's up, New York? We have Mtui Fiani. Welcome. I see you dropping them stars. You're the star of the show. You're the star of the show. I see we have, is it Jogs or Jogs? Is it Jogs or Jogs? Welcome to the show. Patricia says, wait, Patricia said prayers for Kenya on their election. Hope all goes well. Me too, Patricia. Me too. Look, we still don't know. We still don't know who the president is going to be. Now, look, Kenyans. Now, y'all been kind of reckless in these comments about this presidential election. But look, y'all know more than me. But y'all been coming in these comments, right? But anyway, so I'm praying that that this presidential election goes well. The results, after we receive the results, I hope everything is smooth. Prayers to all of our Kenyan brothers and sisters. Also, I want to send out prayers to our brothers and sisters in Sierra Leone. Look like there's something that's trying to pop off in Sierra Leone. It looks like the people are trying to rise up in Sierra Leone because of the rise in prices and that sort of thing. So look, y'all, governments all over the world have issues, from America, the UK, every country in the continent, on the continent of Africa, Brazil. I don't care where you are. When you're dealing with politics, we're not going to be dealing with honest people all the time, right? So I just pray. One of the things that I always say is sometimes we just have to be self-governed, family. We have to be self-governed. We have to make decisions that's best for ourselves. And we also have to make decisions that's best for our family. We want to have peace, love, and unity. But y'all, if we haven't figured it out by now, you really cannot depend upon the government. I don't care where you live in the world, right? It's nice to have great politicians. I pray that the Most High just start raising up some good, positive, empowering, honest men and women who are politicians so that they can help the people, right? So, yes, Patricia, I agree with you. We are praying for Kenya. We are praying. Thank you for praying for us. Us. Because this is my home too. Us. All right. African Rain is in the house. Hey, African Rain, welcome. Okay, Jogs, I see you. It's Jogs. Okay. Jogs also said, we thank you as Kenyans for this stream to distract us while we are waiting. I know. Thank you so much for tuning in. And it is a good distraction for me too, because look, I've been on pins and needles. I have been on pins and needles waiting for the results. I'm more excited about this election than I am the elections in the United States. But yes, you're welcome, Jobs. Patricia says it will be a blessed day when we all be one family on the continent. Yes, it is time for the African diaspora to come home. Listen, y'all, it is time. It's time for us to come back to the continent, y'all. This is home. This is the motherland. Look, some of you might be saying, as we all have been conditioned to say, I'm not moving back to Africa, because we don't understand the beauty of this continent. We don't understand the beauty of the people. We don't understand the vibration on the continent. Y'all, Africa is a vibe. I have said this over and over and over again. Africa is a vibe, y'all. Today, and I'm gonna get more into this, but today, as I was driving, well, I wasn't driving, riding, and I'm sitting in the back seat, and I'm driving through Nairobi, and everywhere I look, it's just sea of Black, beautiful people. People on their bodas, women carrying their babies. We pass by a few markets. It's just so beautiful. I just really, words cannot describe it, because it's a feeling. Africa is a feeling. Like, I can't even understand. I can't even explain it. And most people that y'all know who have come to the continent, I don't care which country, it could be West Africa, it can be East Africa, I don't care what, South Africa, I don't care what country. When the African diaspora come back home, the first thing we say is it just feels like home. It feels like home, because it is home. Because it is home. Okay, so Jog say thanks. Our national prayer at this time, for sure. Yes, I saw something that came across that said that we're having prayer for Kenyans, the national prayer for the country. Oh no, prayers for Sierra Leone. Yes, Sierra Leone. There's a couple of little things going on over in Sierra Leone. Lisa, what's up, my girl? Lisa is in the house. Y'all, I didn't drop the link, family. I did not drop the link. I am dropping the link. For those who want to come up, we're going to get into our discussion. We're just inviting more people into the house. Thank you, Caribou, Lisa. Me and Lisa just had brunch today. Caribou, Lisa. Oh, Montreal on a mission is in the house. Montreal says, greeting, family. I'm glad I caught you live. Sis, I am glad you caught me live too. Look, family. Montreal is a Black expat, African American expat living in Egypt. Y'all, if y'all didn't see the interview, because that's when I was still trying to figure out StreamYard and all this stuff. If you guys have not seen the interview that I did with Montreal on the mission, I want to invite you to go and check out that interview. She gave some great nuggets about Egypt. She even tore down some misconceptions that we have about Egypt. She is a beautiful sister. Montreal have a beautiful soul, y'all. She have a beautiful soul. So I want y'all to make sure that you guys go check out Montreal on the mission. Even if you want, look, if y'all want to visit Egypt, Even if you want to visit Egypt, she has a company and she can set up your whole trip, itineraries and all. Okay. So y'all go and check out Matrel. Iris is in the house. What's up, sis? I thought you was working. Hey, Iris, that is my sis. Y'all say hello to Iris. Okay, y'all know how we do. Those on the continent, y'all say hello to your American brothers and sisters. American brothers and sisters, y'all speak to y'all family on the continent. Kenyans speak to Americans. Americans speak to Kenyans. South Africans speak to Americans. Americans speak to South Africa, because even if you're in Jamaica, Jamaica speak to your brothers and sisters on the continent, because it's about bridging the gap. Bridging the gap so we can get to know one another. We are a growing global community, family. Okay, Patricia said our people need to heal from all over. We all been through enough already from the colonizers. Okay. You just determined to cut my little intro short, huh? You just determined. Yes, it is time to heal. It is time to heal, y'all, family. We are so traumatized living in the West. Now, am I saying people are banging your doors down every day and police, and you ducking and diving every time you walk outside from the police officers? No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, remember what I said earlier, how Africa is a vibe? Well, being in the West, living in America, that's a vibe too. And it doesn't feel good. We have a void there. Y'all, we are traumatized because we are born into a society where you are made to feel less than, or you are made to feel like the minority, or in systems in that society are in place to oppress you, right? To suppress you, to mute you. Who said that? Somebody said, I think Ungrind used that term. We are born into a society that's designed to mute you. And we are powerful African people, right? And we have a voice, right? And we should never be born into any society that's designed to take your voice, right? And so, yes, we are traumatized. We are traumatized. Mother-in-law in the house. Hey, Karen, I have missed your vlogs. Mother-in-law, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that you caught this vlog, okay? Also, let's see. I'm going to drop the link again. Because I just got a little ding that I need to drop the link. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in, mother-in-law. Iris says, keep praying. Yes, we will keep praying. Yoe says, great topic, Miss Karen. Thank you. You are welcome. All right, y'all ready to dive in? Look, one of the things that I feel like we really need to talk about, right? I hear so many people that saying, I want to leave. I am ready to move to Africa, right? I want to leave. And we're talking about moving to Africa, right? You can move abroad anywhere, but I'm just talking about moving to the continent on this particular show, okay? And so many people don't want to move because their family members do not support their decision, especially when you're talking about moving to Africa. African Americans born in America, or even throughout the rest of the diaspora. I'm well versed. When I say African Americans, I'm not leaving out the rest of the diaspora, but I'm well versed on African Americans because that's where I was born, right? And that's what I am. But we were conditioned to believe that Africa was the children with the flies in their eyes. We were conditioned to believe that, all Africans are poor. We were conditioned to believe that African people don't like us. What are some of the other misconceptions? So many misconceptions that we were conditioned to believe about Africa. And I said this before, and I don't know, some of you are young. I don't know if you're old enough to remember this, but I also remember being taught in church. I remember being taught in church that you all are blessed. We should be happy that our ancestors were sold into slavery because we know Jesus. I don't know if y'all was taught that. I remember it. We should be happy that our ancestors were sold into slavery because we got to live in America and we weren't like those Africans worshiping chickens and very, very, very poor. So we were always conditioned in a sense, and I don't know any other way to soften it up. Almost like you should be happy. Y'all are better. Y'all are better off, right? Right? And so and I'm 51. I'm 51. And so I remember the conditioning, right? The conditioning didn't come from African people. The conditioning came from Mzungus, colonizers, the white man. It was it, and they were probably telling Africans other things, right? To keep us separated. And so when it comes to when African Americans think about taking trips or traveling, Africa is last on the list. No one says, "Oh, we're going to vacation in Kenya. Oh, we're going to vacation in Ghana. Oh, we're going to Nigeria for the summer." No, you don't hear African Americans talking about going to Africa. Where do we say we go? We'll go to Jamaica, we'll take a cruise, we'll even go to London, we'll go to other Western countries, we'll go to Mexico. But Africa, no one even thinks of coming to Africa on vacation. And thank God, thank the Most High that this is changing, right? And so the African diaspora all over the world, we are beginning to wake up, okay? And so in this waking up, in this desire of wanting to move, we sometimes feel guilty because family members do not understand Africa and they make us feel bad for leaving or even wanting to leave, right? Now, the first thing when you start feeling guilty, understand, accept your guilt. Accept I accept the fact that I feel guilty from leaving my elderly mother. I feel guilty for leaving my children behind. I feel guilty for leaving my friends behind. And people push it off, you push it off, you push it off, and you never ever make the move because family members make you feel like you are making the wrong decisions and you're selfish. Family members will make you feel like you are selfish for wanting to leave America. Why would you want to leave America and leave us behind? You may have siblings that may say, "Why would you want to leave us behind as mama is getting older?" Right? Children may say, "How could you leave your own children behind?" Adult children may say, "How could you leave us behind?" And so you feel guilty and you feel bad because you are disappointing your family because you have a desire to move. Okay. And so when we think about this, when we want to move, when we want to leave America, our primary reason for wanting to leave is to live a better life. Is to live a better life, to have a better life for ourselves. And other people may not understand that, especially when you say you want to come to Africa. How could you leave America and move to Africa and say that it's a better life? Because it's not. That's what they say. Because they don't know. Why would you want? And I've heard people say, Africans trying to come to America. If Africa was so good, why do Africans want to come to America, right? You can't generalize this. Everybody have their own specific reasons. There are some Africans that do want to come to America, and that's okay too, right? For their own personal reasons. But the issues that we have been closed off from the outside world. African Americans, we have been closed off from the outside world because we have been conditioned to believe that America is the most powerful country, America is the most beautiful country, and everybody wants to come to America. No, I learned that when I went to South Africa. When I visited South Africa for 2 weeks, I met an engineer on the train, and he had absolutely no interest in going to America. I met some Kenyans here who have no desire to go to America, right? Because people are living their lives. They are engineers, they're doctors, they're lawyers. Some people have a good life. Some people have a soft life. And just like everywhere in the world, yes, some people are poor because we live in a world where there's middle class, there's high class, and then there's poor people. So there are so many people who want to live in their own countries. But we have been conditioned to believe that everybody wants to come to America, so we're shut off, right? And by us being so shut off and by us being so closed off, we are behind in a lot of ways. Yes, sure, many of us may have the resources, but guess what? A Kenyan or any African on this continent, right? Most of them speak at least 3 languages. Most of them speak at least 3 languages. How many do you speak? I'm talking to your average African American. How many languages do you speak? English. That's it. But your average Kenyan, they know their mother's tongue, okay? They know English, and they also know Swahili, Kiswahili, okay? They know at least 3 languages. Many of us, we only know 1, right? We only know how to function the American way, and we're not global, okay? We are not global. We only know how to function the American way, right? So, wanting to live a better life. Let me go back because y'all know I'm gonna go all. I be going off. So, to live a better life, our families we fear rejection from family members. We don't like to feel ostracized by family members, right? And so we tend to stay. We have a pull, we have an urge within us to leave, but we tend to stay because of family. All right. So let's use this scenario because you don't want to be selfish and you don't want to be seen as the selfish family member or the selfish friend. Okay. So you desire to leave America. You desire to move, but your family, everybody is rejecting you. They're turning up their nose. They're saying that you're crazy or you stupid or whatever the case may be. You stay. You stay. Okay. They're happy. They're happy you stayed. They're happy that you're going to the birthday parties. They're happy that you're going to the family functions, right? They're happy that you are there. But how do you feel? Are you happy? Are you fulfilled? So anytime you deny your own mental well-being at the expense of satisfying other people, you are going to be further traumatized. Because you say that you're selfish. You're not selfish for wanting to live a better life for yourself, right? And so this is my definition of selfishness. Selfishness is I can't even get it out. Y'all, I can't even get it out. I can't get it out. Selfishness is not doing. I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought, y'all. People in the background saying, what? People on the stage in the background saying, come on now. What you trying to say? What you trying to say? But selfishness is when you put yourself first, okay? When you put yourself first, anytime that you deny yourself at the expense of other people, then you are going to be oppressed. But when you put yourself first, right? When you put yourself first, then you are able to have a spirit, you able to live spiritually, you're able to live more holistically, right? Because you are putting yourself first. Selfishness, when people want to take something from you that belongs to you for their own personal gain, and they don't care how it affects you. All right, I'm gonna say it again since I got my thoughts together. Selfishness is when people take something from you that belongs to you for their own selfish well-being, and they don't care how it affects you. So anything that people take from you for themselves is selfish. If people take your time and they don't care how it affects you because you've taken their time, they've taken your time, that's selfish. People who tell you you're stupid, you're crazy from wanting to move to Africa, right? Because I want you here with me. The family wants you here. They're taking something that belongs to you for their own personal well being, and they don't care how it affects you. Okay? So if family members are telling you to stay and not go, that's selfish because they're not understanding that you're just wanting a better life for yourselves. But they want you to do what they want you to do and not what's best for you. That's selfish. Okay. But a lot of times when we try to make decisions for ourselves, when we try to live holistically, when we try to move, when we try to do all of these things, then family members use selfishness as an insult. You're selfish. You're selfish. You're not staying here with mom and she's elderly. Okay. So let me say this. How do you handle elderly parents? How do you deal with the guilt of leaving elderly parents behind? Okay. Question: do you have siblings? Why is it you're the one that have to stay? Is there other family support that can take care of your loved ones? Can you guys compromise? When you visit once a year, can you be the one that's responsible for when you visit? Why do you have to deny yourself because you have an elderly parent? I know in our community, we want to take care of our parents, we want to make sure that they're okay, understandable. But if there's other family support, guys, look into receiving other family support. Okay. Now, it's a different story if you're an only child. If you're an only child and there's no more family members that can take care of your loved one, it is so understandable. Okay. Maybe mom or dad can go with you to Africa. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And someone said this, and this is so true. Africa add almost 10 years to your life. Africa is prime for some elders to come. Okay. There's I can speak for Kenya. There's some great hospitals here in Kenya. And the cost for insurance is probably $600, $700 a year, y'all. A year. Elderly people are respected on the continent of Africa. It is easy to have caregivers for them, house help. People, they can go to fresh markets, get organic fruit, all of those things, right? So even consider talking to your loved one about making the move with you. And it is easy for elders to get residency because a lot of countries, especially here in Kenya, if you make $2,000 a month off of Social Security, retirement, or whatever the case may be, you can get residency as an elder. Okay. So when I made my move, when I came to the continent, I left behind. I have an elderly mother. I have four brothers, two young adult daughters, a sister-in-law who's like a sister, nieces, nephews, all of that. I left my family behind. And the guilt that I felt most was the guilt of leaving my two adult daughters because I raised them, for most of their lives as a single mom. Okay. They were 2 and 7 or something like that when I divorced their father. So it was just always us three. It was just always us. And so I got to the point, y'all, let me tell y'all this. I got to the point where I was not happy in America. I was no longer happy, y'all. I was working, I was going through the motions. I left the city to move to the country because I thought that would make it better. I had raised my daughters. Everybody seemed to be living their lives, but I just felt like I was in this bubble. I didn't feel like I was moving, but I still felt like I didn't have a tribe. And everything it just became so mundane. Now, y'all hear me talk about New Orleans all the time. New Orleans is my country. I love New Orleans. I say New Orleans is my country. But after a while, everything just kind of started running into each other. We have an amazing Mardi Gras. We have crawfish season. We have amazing festivals. There's always something to do in New Orleans, right? So it was like clockwork, Mardi Gras, festivals, football, Saints games. You can always party there. Then we go into the holidays and, it was rinse and repeat, right? And so I was no longer happy. I was no longer happy. And it wasn't about going to another state because America is a country. So you go to one state, you have the same stores in the other state. I can go to any state in America and go to a Family Dollar, Walmart, Walgreens, whatever the case may be. And so, y'all, I wasn't happy. And I couldn't continue doing the work that I was doing, being so unhappy. And so I had to, make a decision. I knew I wanted to come to Africa when COVID hit, and that was my opportunity. It wasn't about my family. Now, I cried. When I had my bags packed and I was like a week out from leaving, I felt so guilty. I felt so guilty because I did not want to leave my daughters as if they were little children, right? They were young adults, but I was always there. And so when I made the move, I finally made the move, but my daughter, and I wish I would have had the letter. I couldn't find a letter, but my daughter wrote me a letter and she said, she must have knew I was feeling guilty. She said, do not open this letter until you are over the Atlantic. And when I opened the letter and I read it, and it was my daughter, she was releasing me. And she was saying, this is something that you always wanted to do. Go do it. We are going to be fine, right? And so it's helping. If you're a family member that's listening, and you have a loved one that wants to make a move abroad or move into Africa, or whatever case may be, it is so important that you support their decision. Because again, if don't allow family, because no one is going to agree with everything, right? And so anyway, let me see what else, who do I have here? So I'm going to bring someone on stage. I am going to bring someone on stage. I have two people. Hey, Javelle, I see you. What's up, Javelle? What's going on? Mother-in-law is back. What you say, mother-in-law? Mother-in-law said, when you open yourself to possibilities, the world is your oyster. It's true, Karen. Most of us speak 3 languages fluently and have a third and fourth you can understand or speak passively, depending. Okay. Who else do we have in the chat? Montreal say, I felt that way too. Dessert says you can't find happiness in a place. It has to be in you. The translation, I didn't find a man that loves me, so I went to Africa because the men gives me more attention. Let me tell you something. It's a lot of, and I understand, when we talk about happiness and happiness being inside of you, regardless to where you are in the world, let me tell y'all something. Your environment affects your mood and it affects your mental health as well. Sometimes you have to change your whole environment to have a fresh start, a new beginning, right? I used to garden. And so sometimes when you have a plant in a particular soil, sometimes that plant just doesn't thrive. But when you uproot it and you put it in a different soil, that plant begin to flourish. Okay, it begins to flourish because you change the soil. And sometimes you have to change your environment so that you can flourish. And since I've been in Africa, I found my tribe. I'm happy, y'all. It's not fake. It's not fake. It's not putting on. If I didn't like it, when I packed my bags and I came to Kenya, I said, if I don't like it, I just go to another African country because I was prepared either way, right? So we have someone on stage because I want to, I want you guys to get even like a family member's perspective, and if y'all want to call in, I'm going to drop the link. Just to get your family's perspective, because we allow family to hold us back. Let me tell you another thing which we do real quick. This is another thing we do. I have seen this in groups. We say, I'm going to move in 10 years when my children graduate from high school. I'm like, what? In 10 years? Leave now. Leave now if you can. Children are resilient. Children will adjust. Children will adjust, right? And so sometimes we just keep putting off. We use, family, when my children graduate, feeling ostracized. So many reasons we come up with for keeping us from moving abroad. But if you have it in you, and I'm talking to the people that have that nudging, and who that have that desire and who really want to do it, you can do it, because that desire didn't come from anywhere. God give you the desires of the heart. Why God give you the desires of your heart? Because God put the desires there in the first place. All right. We have Jasmine Chantrese on stage. What's up, Jasmine?
Hi, y'all.
This is my mini me, y'all. This is my mini me.
Lord.
So tell the people hello.
Hi, y'all. How y'all doing?
So I wanted to bring you on stage because I wanted you to give the perspective, because how, so this is my oldest daughter, y'all. So I wanted her to give her perspective as well. Y'all, don't she look like she'll cuckoo you, y'all? Don't she look cuckoo you? She'll cuckoo you. I have a daughter that look Luya, and I have a daughter that look cuckoo you. But anyway, so I want you to share, like, here you are. It has always been me, you, your sister, and it's always been us three. And so here it is. I'm moving to Africa. Right. So
Right.
tell us, like, how did you feel about that? About me leaving and leaving y'all behind?
I think it was. It's something that you and Natalia, who's y'all, that's my younger sister. It's something that y'all have always talked about. So with you making the decision, it wasn't like you came and sat us down and said, "Hey, I'm moving." It was just, it had always been in the talk. It's always been something you talked about, that you wanted to move, that you wanted to explore, and so when you made the move, I think the day that you left, of course, I'm definitely sad because you're not here anymore. And I think, like you said, it has always been us three. So it was like a separation, and it's like, my mom isn't here anymore because she's there. And of course I still have my sister, but it has always been that three cord, they always say a three cord is not easily broken. And so when you have when we're just a tight knit type of family, and then you leave, and it's like, okay, whose house am I gonna go to? Like who like, yeah, I can always see you through FaceTime and thank God for technology, but it's nothing like actually being able to see, being able to touch. And so the day that you left, of course, I was definitely sad, but I was prepared. And just by you constantly talking about it, that prepares your children or your family members of this transition. So it's not a shock because it has something that you've consistently and you constantly talked about. So I knew it was coming. So just the conversation definitely prepared me for your move.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you said that you were sad on the day. Do you remember the day you took me to the airport? What did
I
we
do,
do?
y'all. I remember that day. She does not know this, y'all. But while she was in the living room, while you was in the living room, I was in my bed and I started to cry because I knew I was dropping you off. Y'all, she don't even know that I was crying. I called my friend at the time and I told her, and she was like, girl, like, I know you're not crying, but people don't understand. Yes, I am in my 30s. I do not care. I cried like I was like a 7-year-old child. I do not care because this is my mother, right? And so I do remember you leaving because how you left was not how you planned it. I think at that time, y'all had to evacuate. And so
Hurricane Zeta, yes, there was a hurricane that came through.
And so your departure was not how you expected it to be. So because of that, you know, it felt a little rushed because it's like, okay, like we didn't really get to come together all as one to kind of celebrate and have that last like dinner or anything just because of how things fell into place. And so I remember you left and you had on that green backpack and you had on your jeans, you had your hair in a bun. And I'm like, this is it. And when you went down that escalator to go through your check-in, I was just like, that was it. Like she's gone. Like I know she's not gone, but it's just like she's not here anymore.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a day of sadness.
Yeah. And you know, and one of the things that I feared though, when I was leaving y'all behind, one of the things I feared was you all were going to reject me. And so I felt like, okay, when I go back to visit, you know, they may go on, they may, you know, if they get, you know, when they get married and start having children and that sort of thing, I feel like they're gonna ice me out because they're gonna be resentful and say, oh, well, you weren't here. You wasn't here. You decided to go live your best life in Africa. So you really don't have too much, you know, to say to us, right? So that was my biggest fear, you know, that, oh my
but
God,
I don't. And that's just so crazy because that has never been our dynamic. Like that has never been how we've operated with one another. That has never been our energy amongst one another. So, you know, I can get it. That's how you would feel because it's like you are living in a different part of the world and here we are moving on. But it has not been that at all because one thing we do with one another is we keep each other in the loop. So we're constantly communicating like every single day. Like I'm, you know, for me personally, I'm constantly keeping you in the loop of what's going on with work, what's going on with dating, what came to me spiritually. Like I'm constantly keeping you in the loop. So even though you're not here, you are here. And so, you know, that's never been us three anyway. So that was never gonna happen.
And I love that so much. But a lot of moms, I'm sure, felt the same way that I did. Like, you know, you going to Africa, your children, you know, you're not gonna be there or whatever the case may be. And I love our conversations, especially about the day, to be like, girl, he said what? So somebody said, somebody here said you look. I said you look Kikuyu. Somebody in here said, Jacob. Jacob says she looks Kumba. Okay, Jacob. That's still bad. That's still bad too. Jacob said you look Kumba. Okay, so we have so excited. So hold on, Jay. I'm gonna leave you on the line. This so I have someone else. I'm excited. She is the OG. I say she's the OG of African American Kenyan YouTubers. Look, I don't give her a whole title. She is the OG Brittany in Africa.
Don't you need? Well, hasn't it been 24 hours?
Oh, she's talking. She's talking. Okay, I'm gonna mute you
Well,
for
this
right
one.
now, Britt. Okay, how do I mute? How do I make sure I'm trying to mute Brittany?
I'm just concerned about why he would do that.
Wait, hold on. Okay, is she muted? Okay. All right, so we have another famous person. I'm so excited. We have Matrell on the mission. Welcome, Caribou Matrell.
Hi, Karen.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yes, yes. Look, I know you have a young adult daughter that you left behind.
Yes. It was the hardest thing I had to do.
Really? How was it? How did
It
you
was
do
bad.
it?
It was bad
She said she was-
because she's an only child, so she was trying to be strong for me, but I think both of us just like kind of broke down. So I think I cried like half the flight. And then after I got there and actually spoke to her, we were relieved. And, she kind of let me go. She released me at that point. Because once I made it, I think the fear of me flying there was more of an issue for her than me actually leaving.
Okay, but how did you break the news to her? How did you
Well,
do it?
I mean, it was like over a course of 2 years. So I had visited Ghana in like 2018 or 2019, and then when I came back from Ghana, I told her then that I was going to move to the
Mhm.
Africa. So she had 2 years to get prepared for that.
Wow. Okay. Okay. What was her response?
Why? For,
Oh, she said, why?
yeah, she's like, why? And then she has children, so I have grandchildren, and so her concern was me missing all of their stuff. But after she got married, because during that time she got married as well. So once she got married and I knew she was taken care of, I felt free to go. So
Okay. Because you felt like she had like additional support.
exactly, she had support.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yes.
And
But
so, all
I did
right.
compromise, Karen. You mentioned you had alluded to that earlier in the conversation. You were talking about, especially if you have other siblings and things like that, you guys might have to make a compromise. So my compromise to my family is that I do come back. Like I'm in the States right now, actually, and I'm here
I
just for
saw
the
that with
summer.
your beautiful grandma.
It's too hot, right? It's too hot in Egypt, first of all, in August. So I'm
Mhm.
just here for the summer, and then I'll go back. But like you said, once I'm here, now I'm taking on all the responsibilities that my sister had when I'm away. So it's just a compromise, but it
Okay.
worked.
Okay, okay, and so yeah, that's interesting because there are a lot of people who's watching who will be watching the replay of this, and they have elderly like parents and they have
Mhm.
elderly grandmothers. So how were you able to manage that guilt? Because it's hard to leave the elders behind.
Ooh, yeah, it's just, you do the best that you can. Like, at least my mom knows how to use her phone so we can do duo, so we can see each other face to face. My grandmother, she doesn't, so I could just talk to her on the phone, but that was good enough for her. She just needed to know I was okay. But every
Mhm.
time I talk to her, the first question is, when are you coming home? When are you coming home? So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
but
Okay.
she understands it now better, and she's happy that I'm
Mhm,
here right now. And I imagine it'll
mhm.
probably be difficult when I leave, but they know that the plan would be, Latrell's coming back next summer, so they should be okay.
Okay. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And did you deal with like family and friends, like, with the turning up of the nose, like you're going to Africa or, why are you
Yeah.
leaving? You shouldn't do that. I don't think that's a good idea. There's terrorists over there. Like, did you have to deal with all of that?
Yeah, I still deal with that. That's everybody still doesn't understand it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Yeah, but
mm-hmm.
they're more accepting of it now because, like I said, this is my second time back.
Mm-hmm.
It's official
Okay.
years in Egypt today, actually. So it's 2 years there, but I've been back here for a couple months each, 2 summers in a row. So that's going to become the norm, and I think that just makes it all tolerable for everyone.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we have Brittany
What is
in
up? I was on the phone with my family, girl. We talking about family. They wouldn't let me off the phone. I'm trying to get on
It's
here. I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's okay. Look, you are, I've already told the people, you are the OG YouTube, African American
Oh,
YouTuber in
girl.
Kenya. Brittany is the OG.
That was so funny. It was funny.
Welcome, Brittany. What you got for us today? What you got for us? Look, for those who don't know Brittany, I can't imagine nobody not knowing Brittany, but go check
Yeah.
out Brittany's YouTube, Brittany in Africa. Go check out
Yes,
her
please.
YouTube. Brittany is a
Please.
millennial expat doing her thing here on the continent. So, what you got for us, Britt?
I'm wrapping up. I'm wrapping it up here, and I'm going home for 2 months, and then I'll be back. I'm taking a sabbatical, so I'm trying to get as much content, do everything I want to do, go home, chill with my baby, see my family, and then come back.
Okay, Brittany. We was talking
Yeah,
about leaving family behind. How was that
yeah.
for you? Did you have to deal with the guilt of leaving family behind?
Yeah, for sure, especially because my son, that's the main thing. So I have a young child. He's 8. When I came out here originally, if you know my story, you know I was here to work. And I was working at a school, and he was supposed to come with me to that school. But
Mm-hmm.
something in my heart just told me, do not enroll him in this school. And then
Mm-hmm.
his dad also was just not okay with him living. His dad is from Sierra Leone, but he is
Okay.
African. I mean, he's basically like an African American, because he didn't
Mhm.
grow up in Sierra Leone. So his dad was just not really feeling it. I wasn't really, I didn't want to move to a new continent with him. He's 8. It's just a lot going on. So I'm glad I listened to myself, because of course, when I got fired, he would have gotten fired from the school too, essentially, and I'm
Oh
not paying those
yeah.
fees. Yeah, he would have been
Mm-hmm.
misplaced. So
Mm-hmm.
that worked
Mm-hmm.
out for me. But it's hard. I mean, I have my hard days. He came to see me for a total of a month and a half. We talk every day on FaceTime. I saw him in March. I'm going to see him now. So it was a little easier for me too, because me and his dad have always switched him off. Like, we've never lived in the same city, so he's used to it a little. But
Okay.
now there's no like 4-hour flight to him. It's long. But he loved
Mm,
Kenya. I mean, it's hard. I would just say I miss my mom, I miss my mom. It's it's hard some days, but I talk to people on the phone all day. Like, FaceTime has made it so much easier, like it's like we're not even missing a step. So my mom has come to see me here and in Ghana. So I think it's just about being intentional with your time, um, and keeping that strong connection. I kiki with my sisters like I never left. I just haven't seen her. And then
okay.
it's like building family. I think Simone, Tadre, we make it easier for each other, because
Yes.
you have to build a village. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
bad for people. It must be worse for people who don't have like sister friends.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. When I look at the expat community here in Kenya, we have a very, very good expat community. Like, hands down, everybody is nice. Everybody, we do events, and we get along. We go, meet up at places and stuff like that. And then of course you have certain people that vibe with each other. And I don't look at it as cliquish or anything like that. You have, I call the millennials. Y'all be turned up. The millennials be turned up. Brittany, Simone,
Girl, it just be
Steve,
me. Simone be leaving me. Salome be
Simone,
leaving me. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm one of the youngest. I think we all harmonize together well, but we have our sectors. Like,
yes, yes.
yeah, and it's also who's in proximity of each other. What's
Mm-hmm.
easy to pull up, who's easy to pull up on, who's harder to pull up on. those type of
Exactly.
things.
Exactly. Yeah. And
I
so
did
one of the
not have,
things, huh?
huh?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say
Go
I
ahead.
didn't have this good of a community in Ghana. That I can say.
Oh, okay.
The
Okay.
connection wasn't as like just like fluid. Like I think maybe
Mhm.
because traveling, even it was harder for us to like link up versus here we can like hop on a boat or like, you know, the road situation is a lot better. It's not like a struggle meet.
Oh, yeah. 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 But why you laughing? But
Because she said a struggle beat. I get it. I
you
get
get
Yeah,
it? You
no,
it.
for
understand?
real.
Like, I know exactly what you mean.
Yes.
Yeah, for real.
Yes, but you guys are definitely lucky there in Kenya, though, to have such a good community of sister friends, like she's saying, diasporans. And I think that one of the reasons I'm moving, when I go back, I'm moving to the Red Sea, is because there are a lot of diasporans that have relocated there, and we're all friends now. You know, we do things together. I travel to them, so it just makes
Mhm.
being in Egypt a lot easier. And now I'm going to move where they are because, yeah, you got to have a community. It's really difficult to be away from your family and then to be
It
somewhere
is.
without a community too. That's a lot. That's a lot to
Mhm.
ask.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's
Yeah.
very important because, and then, you know, with here, I think we have like such a wide age group. Like Brittany said, I think Brittany is the youngest, you
Yeah.
know, and, you know, we got from, you know, Brittany's age to like 56, 60, right? And so, and we all, you know, just kind of, you know, come together. But yes, we do have a really, really good community here. But you're right that we need to be close because I'm probably the furthest away. Jamal and myself is probably the furthest away, but I'm coming close, Britt. I'm
I think
coming
Mickey.
close.
I think Mickey is
Mickey
further.
is, yeah, Mickey is the furthest away. Yeah, she is. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
She is. She's way out. So yeah. And so but it is important. See, it's a struggle getting to me. I'm the struggle bus for a couple of more weeks, just for a couple of more weeks, and I'm out, you know, I'll be closer to everyone. But yeah, so community is very, very important. And some people look at this as a negative, especially with expat communities. Like we probably would not have met or hung out if we were still living in the States. But here we are each other's tribe, you know,
Right.
because you vibe, like everybody is living this experience. None of us have our family here, right? And so we have something in common. And so this opens the doors for us to appreciate one another, love on one another, party with one another, eat, you know, with one another, right? And so I mean, I'm telling you, our expat community, and I'm just not saying it because we're here. It is legit. It is
Mm.
legit. So, all right. So, Brittany, did you get like from your peers when you told them that you were moving to Africa? Did you get any negative feedback on your decision?
Yeah, my whole family, and my child's dad. But they were happy because it put me in a different place professionally. So at the end of the day, you have to remember this day, Sean in the comments, he triggers me so much and he harasses me
Right.
on
Oh, you
YouTube.
know him? Is Cultural
He
Misfit still
harasses
in
me.
this? Go ahead and take care of
He
him. Who is
harasses
it?
me on YouTube and he makes so many assumptions about me, but he really doesn't know what I'm doing over here. He doesn't know. You don't
Okay.
know if I have a new job. You don't know. But anyways, I came over
Okay.
here professionally. So they were behind me because it was for professional advancement. And then I was doing work in Ghana as well with philanthropy stuff before I came over here, which also was professional advancement for me. And I have a Caldwell's Classroom consulting agency because I was a teacher. So I actually do private fundraising and help like build schools. I'm working on something in Kenya right now. So they were all
Yeah.
like, yeah, they were all kind of against it. My mom, especially until she came and then went back to spread the word and was like, okay, she's good, you guys. Like, it is not
Mm.
the wild, wild west out there. It is nice. I'm living. I just got back from the beach. Like, you know, so they're just like more open to it almost now. They're more like used to it. But when I first came, they were just very confused as to why I would want to teach in Kenya when I can teach in Atlanta.
I'm sorry, yeah, I don't know what I keep hitting. Go ahead. Go ahead, Britt. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no,
Can y'all?
I didn't hear what you just said.
You were saying that your mom said it was like she realized it wasn't the Wild Wild West over here.
Yeah, so I've just been slowly bringing people. Like my mom came, my aunt came, my cousin came, my sister came, and it just makes it easier for them to have like peace of mind.
Okay. Yeah. And so, but now were you intimidated when you first, because you hear family members talk about, terrorists and stuff like that. Were you intimidated when you came here and went to the mall for the first time? I was.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
said that in my first video.
the security.
Yeah, in my first video, I was like, I don't understand what is going. Why are y'all searching under people's cars? Like, do I need to be afraid? Like, they make you more scared than it is. But I get it because of the history of everything that has happened.
Yes.
But I think it can be intimidating when you're not used to like that type of security.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you wonder if you need to be concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now, so y'all, what I'm talking about is, when you go to the malls, do y'all have that material when you go to the malls? There's like there's security everywhere.
Okay, well, yeah, Egypt is kind of like a police type of state. So yeah, there's police everywhere. There's checkpoints everywhere. You can't even drive. Like I can't drive from Luxor to Hurghada without getting permission. So you have to pay for permission in advance. They have to know where you are at all times. And yeah, it's security to get into hotels, security to get into the malls. Yeah, everywhere. But I'm used to it now. It's just normal, and I kind of appreciate it actually.
Yeah. I love it too. Like if they didn't have security, yeah, you're right. I would probably worry like, where's the security? Why we don't have security? But you still feel safe. Like I still feel safe here. I can walk anywhere here and I am going to feel safe. I felt safe in Kibera. Going to Kibera, I felt safe there. So and Kibera is considered, they call that the slums, but I felt safe there. So, but anyway, and I think so to our, our brothers and sisters here on the continent, it's a totally different experience when they leave home and go to America, right? Because you got the family rallying together, go, make a living in America, send the money back, help support the family, make a life for yourself. But for us, there's a lot of backlash when we talk about leaving America and moving to Africa. There's a lot of backlash. So let's see, what do we have? Okay, so hey, LaKenya is headed to Kenya. I think she said she's coming in November. Hey, LaKenya, welcome. Michael says Caribou Sana. Welcome, Michael. Welcome. Coy says, let's see, I don't know where the comment went. The comment went away. I am so sorry. Cultural Misfits say, let's get those likes up. Lisa says, experience extensive security everywhere while living in Rwanda as well. Yes, because Lisa also lived in Rwanda. Hey, Marcus. What's up, Marcus? Marcus love the naughty American expats. Marcus says, salute to the platform and chat. Welcome, Marcus. Naomi, da. I feel very safe here in Diani. My hubby consistently leave his keys in his motorcycle outside of our compound. Naomi, yes, it is very safe. Naomi is also a Black expat living in Mombasa. Okay. Marcus also says, I visited 4 African countries before settling down here in Kenya this year. I'm chilling in Diani Beach right now. You know what, Marcus? I actually spent my first 2 months in Diani. I lived, where did I live? At the Diani apartments on the main road. So I love Diani, but it got too hot. And so I had to move on up to Nairobi. Okay. And we also have DMS Mray. Tell the lady to visit. I know she would love it. Girl, look, she likes Egypt. She likes Egypt. These Kenyans, you don't have the best. Well, I ain't gonna say that because you do. I think you do. But Kenyans, everybody don't want to come to Kenya. Everybody do not want to come to Kenya. She likes Egypt. She likes Egypt.
I'm visiting I'm gonna come visit you.
Oh, okay. Oh, he said visit. Oh, he said visit. Yeah,
Yes,
and I told you I have a room for you too. Okay. So she's gonna come to visit, but they want you to move here. Okay, so Michael Cota said you all must know Ukunda. Yes, that's down in Diani. So Ukunda is down in Diani. So anything else that you guys want to share, anything that you want to put out there, Brittany, I know you talked about your organization. Tell the people again the name of your organization, the name of your channel, and Brittany, y'all Google Brittany, because Brittany, I think you were also on the Kelly Clarkson show. Brittany was on the Kelly Clarkson show.
Yeah.
Yes.
I came straight from America to Kenya. I did work in Ghana. So yeah. A lot of people have been saying that on my YouTube channel though, like, you're just vibing. Like, what are you doing lately? Like, I don't got to give y'all my resume. Damn. You know what I'm saying? But things are interesting. I'm loving Kenya, but life is open. So I'm trying to decide if when I come back to the continent, if it's going to be Kenya. So I don't know. Are you going to stay in Kenya? Is Kenya
Brittany, don't do that to us. So you don't know you're going to come back. You just explore.
You know, when I first went to Accra, I was like, oh my God, I love Accra. This is the best city, blah, blah, blah. And then I came to Kenya and was like, dang, I love Kenya. Kenya's the best city. So it was like, you got to move around to know.
Yeah. Yes, you do. Yeah. And it's actually fine. And a lot of people start off in Ghana, Kenya. And I think once you finish exploring, you would know. But as long as you come back, look, someone said, Brittany, we are starving your videos. We really do not know where you will go next. Look, you about to send the Kenyans into mourning. You are about to send all of us into mourning, Brittany. Okay.
No, but you know what I am doing? When I get home, I'm going to be finding Kenyans in America.
Yes. That's
tell the Kenyans in Kenya what's up.
Let me ask you this. Did you know any Kenyans when you lived in America?
I had one friend who was Kenyan. Her name was Vivian Nadoje. Her name is Vivian Nadoje. But otherwise I really did not come into contact with a lot of Kenyans. It was mainly West Africans.
Yeah, I didn't know one. I didn't know not
just
one. Yeah.
One.
So Brittany, okay, I didn't know any. So I think that's good. So you're gonna be hooking up with some Kenyans. Listen, there's some Kenyans that's on the last chat. We had some Kenyans that lived in America that tuned in. So hook up with them. EK, I don't know if EK is still in the chat. EK Kiai is in Dallas, Texas, and he has a YouTube channel, EK Media. And so he is Kenyan living in Texas. So there's quite a few, so I think that's a very good idea to hook up with those Kenyans that's in America, right?
Well, that's my way. I'm reverse interviewing.
Do it. And another thing, and then show the people in Kenya the real America. I'm gonna need you to go to. I'm
finding the homeless men.
Yes.
I got plans. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so Brittany in Africa is your YouTube, and then you also have an organization. Yes. Brittany, I think that, and I have to say this, I think you are such an inspiration to so many millennials who never even think about coming to Africa, and you did it. And and I'm sure it was hard to leave your son behind, but your son is well taken care of. You go back, you visit, you talk to your son every day.
Well taken care of. Yeah.
Yes. And then Brittany, yes. So you are an amazing person. Brittany is an educator. Like, you're successful, Brittany. And so I am so happy that our paths crossed, because Brittany kind of encouraged me to get back out there on YouTube. And so Brittany, you are an inspiration to so many millennials who's at home and who wants to make this move, but they're afraid what their parents say. They're afraid what their friends are saying. And they don't want to do it because they feel guilty.
I love you. I appreciate you. You and Tadre have very good energies for me. I love y'all's energies. And I hope, I know we will link up before I leave. So I'm leaving in 3 weeks. So let's do something.
Oh, we got
Yeah.
to. Oh, it's 2 weeks. Okay. Yes. That's going to be around my birthday time also. So yes, that's going to be cool.
Yes, yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
Thank you for
Montreal,
inviting me.
huh? Thank you for being here. I love you. Bye.
I love you.
Montreal, what do you have? What do you have? Tell the people about what you're doing in Egypt.
Well, basically, I'm almost, let me see, what am I doing here? I'm headed really closer to 60 now. And so I'm trying
Wait,
to,
what?
yeah, I'm 56. So I'm headed that way.
No.
Yes. So I'm trying to work it out. Like now I'm ready to buy a property there. So that's the goal, to go back, get me a property and just really get settled in there, and then use that as my base as I travel throughout the rest of Africa. Because I'm coming to visit everybody, all of y'all friends of mine, all my sister friends that I know online.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hit those countries, and yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to doing when I get back. Yes.
Okay. All
And
right.
for anyone that's coming to, going to Egypt, I do, like you said earlier, I do have a tour company, Easy Egypt Tours. And anyone that's thinking about relocating, I can assist with that as well. So anybody wants to know anything about Egypt, please hit me up before you go, because it's just not one of those places that you want to just, pull up to, drop out and do. You want some guidance.
Honestly, Montreal, I don't think any African country or is a place you just pull up to, because when you come to the continent, you really do have to leave your American mindset at the border. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because everything doesn't function the same way, and you do need help and you do need guidance. I don't care how many YouTube videos you watch. I don't care how many people you talk to in Facebook groups. You need someone on the ground to help you navigate. So, yeah.
You do. And so, yeah, so I'll definitely be balancing my time between Egypt, because I have family in Egypt now. And then, I have my family here. So I need to be able to kind of balance it. But yeah, I'm so glad I got a chance to come on and talk to you. I was sending you your info to come talk to me on my channel.
Yes, send it to me. I would definitely be there. I would definitely be there. And so thank you so much. Thank you so much for all of your support and coming on.
Yeah, no problem. And I love you. Your the whole thing that you're doing here on YouTube, and your followers are all a vibe, and they really are supportive. That's encouraging. I really I like it. I appreciate that for you.
Thank you so much. I say I'll perfect it one day, but we are a growing global community, and I'll perfect this thing one day.
Right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, family, that's what we have for tonight. So do you have any questions before we log off? Any questions before we log off? Any questions? Are you feeling guilty about leaving your family behind? Are you feeling guilty? Any questions? So family, make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the like button. If y'all have not subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe. And once you subscribe, family, go ahead, hit that notification bell, right? So that you can know when we are going to drop new videos, when we are going live. Look, I have so much stuff coming up. I have more interviews coming up. I also, let's see, let me go back over here. Kiswahili says things are different on the ground. Naomi says, wait, Montreal, you look incredible. Yes, she does. Montreal is beautiful. She is a beautiful person. Cultural Misfits said, y'all, make sure you subscribe to Montreal's channel. Cultural Misfits, thank you so much, because she dropped Montreal's channel in the chat. Marcus says, I feel zero guilt about moving to the African continent. Marcus, you said you don't, she said zero guilt. I feel the same way, Marcus. I feel the same way. Pamela said, greetings. How is Nairobi, Diani internet? Okay, Pamela, I'm sorry it took so long for me to get to your question, but listen, The internet is excellent. The only reason why I went out twice is because I just hit something on StreamYard. It had nothing to do with the internet. But Nairobi, Diani have excellent internet services. Listen, in my profession, I have to have impeccable internet because I'm streaming and I'm talking to people, right? And so I have absolutely no problems. Actually, that's one of the reasons why Kenya made the list, because Kenya has excellent internet. We have 5G here, and so Safaricom is the top company here. So Kenya, even when I was in Diani had excellent internet as well. So there is no problem. There is no problem with the internet. It's just like, actually, some of my clients that I see in America, their internet gets fuzzy and go out, right? So I really don't have a lot of issues, with the internet and that sort of thing. So yes. And then Kenya is developed enough for a soft landing for us, as African Americans. But yet it still feels like you're in Africa. So yeah. But internet was a deal breaker for me, and Kenya won. Yes, Lakini, it's not my fault that they are staying. I don't know what that means. Matrell said, thank you to Cultural Misfits. Let's see, what else do we have here? Are there hot springs in Kenya? I don't know, Kenya. Somebody answer. Is it Fitzroy Decray? I don't know if we have hot springs here in Kenya. Do you all know? Do we have hot springs here in Kenya? I don't know. I'm so glad I caught your live. Thank you so much, Pamela. I am so glad you caught my live as well. Patricia says, I love Kenya. I love Kenya too, y'all. And I am not just talking. And Kenya is very diverse. Kenya is very diverse, right? And so, it's just everything, like different types of foods you get here. There's beautiful hotels and restaurants. There's always something to do. I love the rooftop bars. There's a lot of rooftop bars and restaurants here. Nairobi has perfect weather. So yeah, I love it. I love it. Jogs say, yes, there are hot springs here. Where, Jogs? Where are the hot springs? Here. Let's see. D. Mre says, yes, we have in Lake Mbogoria and Lake Naivasha. Okay. So that is the answer to your question. That is the answer to your question. Jogs also said that there are hot springs in Baringo. Okay. Let's see. African Rain says, yes, there are hot springs here. Okay, great. Matrell said, no mosquitoes is a plus too. I know. You know what? I see people talking about like mosquito nets and all that stuff. No, we don't have. I have never had a problem with mosquitoes since being here. And I don't even have like a I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what I keep hitting. I keep hitting something. But no, I don't even have a net or anything over my bed. Marcus said, cool rooftop bars and restaurants in Westlands, Karen and Lavington, all cities in Nairobi. Yes. You do not run out of places to go and things to see here in Kenya. Okay, family, we have been live. Has it been an hour? Oh, we've been live an hour and 18 minutes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please do not forget to subscribe. We are a growing global community. Y'all, we are at 3,700 subscribers. Y'all, just a couple of months ago, we had 500. But because of you, we are now at 3,700 subscribers. So this may be Karen's world, but you guys are the stars of the show. And so I will be tuning out. I'll be dropping new videos. This week we have some interviews coming up, and then we're going to go live again next Sunday, y'all. So I love y'all so much. Peace, and I'm out. Bye. Mwah.